Okay, guys, so let's start the next talk. And Paweł will tell us more about TradFi and DeFi combined together. So let's welcome Paweł warmly.
Hi, guys. A lot of friendly faces. How much time do I have?
Like 25 minutes, you know.
I will try to fit in. Hi, so my name is Paweł Łaskarzewski. Some might recognize me as co-founder of Synapse Network and right now the CEO of Nomad Fulcrum, which is, as many are saying, inflation-shielded stablecoin. And today I will try to fit you into the world of combination, traditional finances with crypto, with DeFi, and why, in my opinion, this is the future of both DeFi and traditional finances. So, moving forward, I will try to focus today on RWAs. What are RWAs? So probably most of you have heard about real-world assets. This is a trend that very often is right now tackled but by a lot of organizations. This is the trend and the new wave of the DeFi protocols and the projects that are trying somehow to be involved into tokenization. You might have heard about Larry Fink from BlackRock that is shouting around all the time that tokenization is going to be the future of the crypto world. And in my opinion, DeFi, with combination with RWAs, so traditional financial market, will give us a better DeFi at the end. And we've seen some kind of approaches that revolutionized crypto market right now. Most of you might not know or haven't noticed that stablecoins are such a product. Those are RWAs. On the second side, theoretically, we have in Tether capital in traditional market. In Circle, we have those audits, so they have bonds, US bonds, they have cash on the account, so they already are RWAs. And as you've seen, what stablecoins brought to the market is stability in certain points. Is something that is a stable store of value that we can trade to, that we can use as a place where we are living while selling our altcoins, while selling our bitcoins or any other coins. Let me turn this off. So this is very important because in the current market conditions, as we have right now on the market, people are looking for a safe store of value. So where we can, what options do we have? We can put it into DeFi farm. Okay, but it's not so secure. I will tackle this point later on. We can put it into any other, top 100 coin, but the volatility is like 70%. So the question is, what is our ability to risk? Like, I believe if we are looking a safe store of value, we are not looking for 70% of volatility. So stablecoins brought this kind of approach. And I will start the whole conversation with you about the statement that currently DeFi concentrate only on crypto. And I will show you a couple of points that are proving this, that I'm right and that hopefully you will agree with me. And start with the problems, because relying only on crypto assets while building crypto solutions, in my opinion, is a mistake. We should combine things together. And the problems are starting from lack of transparency, proof of reserve, and we had a very good example of that, which was USDT. Like, everyone is saying that USDT have some reserves, but no one knows what is underneath. No one knows if in Tether we're going to have a bank run. Let's say 50% of the people would like to withdraw the capital if Tether will survive, if they have enough cash, liquid cash, or assets to liquidate them to pay this back. No one knows. So that's the first problem. Another one is proof of reserve, like algorithmic stablecoins. We've seen hundreds of different approaches to algorithmic stablecoins. How many survived? Like, I don't know, one, maybe, die? That's it. Like, we've seen Luna, which was algorithmic stablecoin, and this is another problem I will tell in a sec. Like, another issue with DeFi is that it's vulnerable for economic and security hacks. So this vulnerability is because of a couple of reasons. And at the end also, I don't know if you know, but more capital in the crypto has been lost due to hacks than due to scams. Every week you hear another DeFi protocol, 100 million loss. ALBT in January this year, 120 million. Every week we hear the story about another protocol that has been hacked because of the security reasons, or which has been hacked because of the economic vulnerability. And that's a problem. And this problem is leading us to one of the biggest issues in the DeFi that most of the people do not notice. It's securing one asset with another asset of the same class. So we are securing one crypto with another crypto. What can go wrong? Like in Luna, we had UST, which was secured by Bitcoin and Luna. So we've seen what happened. Another example, most of the over-collateralized protocols are asking you to provide 150% of the security of the collateral. Why? Because of the volatility on the market. Because once Bitcoin is going down, the value of the collateral is going down, and then we see all those headlines. Massive liquidations in crypto, billions lost once again. That's why most of the DeFi protocols have the time span of 3 years, and after that, most of them are providing a huge liquidations for the users that are using that. But what if we would replace a super volatile assets of the same class with different assets, let's say backed by real-world assets, RWAs? Then traditional market, stocks, indexes, hedge funds do not care about the Bitcoin price. So then the collateral is going to be not pegged to the assets that we are borrowing. And that might be a very good and interesting solution. And another issue is that this statement is basically the statement that killed the market in 2008. You all watched The Big Short. So you know what happened. Like one person was buying a house and they were using this house, this mortgage, to provide as a collateral for the second one. So what is the difference? We use one crypto to provide as a collateral to borrow another crypto. Like we borrow Bitcoins and provide 150% of the collateral in there. So basically we repeat the same mistakes in there. That's why this is so important to use different asset classes to build protocols and to combine them together. Another thing is something that I just told you, and like need for big over-collateralization in the crypto because of the volatility and other things. But the main issue with that is that there is a big capital ineffectiveness. Let's say I want to borrow 1 Bitcoin, I need to provide 150% in Ethereum to cover collateral. Like it's 50% more. There's a lot of capital that is locked and I cannot use it. Let's imagine the product, the financial product that has volatility of 3% or 5% and is pegged to real-world assets like building or something and is liquid. So I can provide this to the protocol and protocol can start asking for, I don't know, 10% of the collateral over the value that I'm borrowing. So this provides much better, like 80% better capital effectiveness. So we can do something with this money. We don't need to provide this, and our collateral is not going to be so vulnerable on the market movements. So that's why this element is also super important, this combination. Another one, lack of stability, high volatility, and low liquidity. Basically, that should be in different order because low liquidity makes high volatility and high volatility makes market unstable. So all of those elements are the reasons of this and this is also one of the reasons of those things. So another issue is something that probably most of you know and are aware, like where the yield in the crypto came from. Yeah, have you ever seen the company in the crypto that is making a profit or dividend or revenue stream? Those are the words unknown for the crypto companies in most cases, of course. That's why most of the yield is based on the printed out of the air token, which increase supply, it's inflation, everyone knows that inflation is not a good thing. And this devaluates the token. So what RWAs can bring to the market is real yield. So RWAs can provide a real yield to the market that is based on the real money, real cash flows, a real revenue stream, and real profit. Not on something that is printed and in the longer run will influence in the bad way the whole protocol. And of course, over leverage position. Everyone heard about the people that are providing liquidity. They are taking liquidity tokens provide as a collateral somewhere else, taking these collateral tokens and provide somewhere else, etc., etc. The same as in 2008. Like you've watched The Big Short and this girl who was a strip club girl, strip dancer, and she had 5 houses, each one secured by another one. It's the same thing. Over leveraged positions, and each one of those is secured by the asset of the same class, and that's a big problem. So this is where RWAs can help us with also. And another problem is regulatory uncertainty. So right now, while building business, I don't know if my business is going to be legal in a year. I don't know if I will build a big enough company that is successful, is making profits, is generating like revenue, etc. If in a year, or in 2 or 5, someone will not tell me, Paweł, but your business is not fitting the regulations. You are not able to provide this kind of products to the market because it's breaking this and this and this rule. Or you should have a banking license or something, and it's going to be a problem. So that's why the crucial things, and I'm not saying that regulations are bad or wrong, but the crucial thing is to have clarity. We don't have like clarity at all in crypto. That's why everyone is opening companies in BVI, Panama, Dubai, everywhere, just to find a space when there is at least a certain part of clarity, how we can behave, and what might be the future of the crypto. In terms of taxes, because that's the problem, no one wants to pay taxes, and in terms of legal ability to provide services. So that's why RWAs are crucial to development of DeFi, because they can provide a lot of new ways to build things. Like everyone is thinking that RWAs are, for example, stocks, tokenized stocks, or companies, or buildings. Like we've seen hundreds of different approaches to tokenize real estate. Most of them failed because they did it wrong. But I will go back to the examples later on. Like I know 2 companies that are successful in that, and one is Propi. I will tackle this later on as well. But we can tokenize everything. Like tokenization basically is changing illiquid asset to liquid. We can tokenize grains, we can tokenize cars, we can tokenize buildings, we can tokenize basically anything that have some kind of value and provide some kind of profit and income to the end user at the end, with different risk scenarios, of course. And that's why this is crucial, because this is allowing us to build a whole new economy based in crypto. And another thing is why RWAs are crucial not only for the development of crypto and DeFi, but also traditional market. Why today I can buy contracts on oil between 9 and 5 from Monday to Friday? Do they shut down the internet, or what's wrong? Like this is because of the legacy systems that has been created in 50s, and they are basically look the same till today. So they do not allow us to make those transactions over like 5 p.m. and during the weekends, because in the past, internet was a very expensive thing. It's not anymore, but still the systems work the same. So solution is tokenization, blockchain, and allowing basically for free trading, sending and making transactions between A and B 24/7. And Larry Thing is talking about this all the time. guy who is a CEO of Swift is speaking that they do R&D right now around the topic of providing blockchain as the underneath technology to remove all the correspondent banks. Who of you were sending money abroad in dollars and then on the second side of your transaction arrived 80% or 90% of the capital? And you feel me. Why those correspondent banks are taking a portion of the capital? Because that's how the system was structured because of the internet in early 60s, 70s, etc., which was super expensive. So right now, there's no an issue like this anymore. So we can use those RWAs and tokenization to change the market and to influence this heavily. And tokenization, like everyone is speaking about tokenization. Like we feel that tokenization is a crypto thing. It's a new thing that we have been built and we discovered in crypto. False statement. It's not true at all. Like tokenization is with us for centuries. And in the financial market, it actually has its own name. Securitization. Who heard about securitization in the past? Hands up. Yeah, I see some people are still after the party. We're in the after party mood. Okay, cool. So securitization. This is the thing that killed the market in 2008. So there were mortgages. They were packing mortgages into securitized/tokenized units, and they were selling this on the market. The main problem was that the value of those mortgages that were packed into those tokenized units were depreciating its value over the time. But the rating agencies were saying all the time and lying, the value is in here. So while the value was depreciating and achieved that level, everyone said, yeah, the value is exactly like minus 90%. And the market dropped within a second. So we can do a lot of stuff in the crypto to solve that problem. We can use oracles to provide reliable data. We don't need to rely on the rating agencies that are providing a false information and are paid by someone. We can have an army of nodes that will read information outside and provide in here. And I'm calling basically, when I'm speaking with bankers, I'm telling them that tokenization is not a new thing. It's securitization 2.0. And this is what makes them crazy. This is the moment when they are starting to listen, because they know how much capital they made on securitization in 2008, before they killed the market. So what this tokenization is bringing over securitization, which was the concept that was on the market for years. So liquidity, that's the first thing. Let's back to the big short thing. So we had these securitized units, but they were available in one bank, in second bank, in third bank. So we had silos. There is no way to trade those units in between. But with blockchain, I have access to everywhere. I can sell it on DEX, SEX, within an institution, because I'm an owner of that. I can do whatever I want. I can do OTC trading. With units that were on the paper agreement, I had the big paper. You've seen how big paper agreements Michael Berry was signing there. And those are the paper agreements that we are signing with banks for 600 millions. So my units are not real. They are on the paper. So it's super illiquid asset. And tokenization is providing a big liquidity, a big change in the market size. The second one is accessibility. Who could buy those swaps in 2008? Institutions only. Who made money in 2008 on the market crash? Institutions. There was no way for the retail customer to buy 1 unit of swaps on the defaulting housing market in States. But with tokenization, I can buy, how many zeros can be on EVM? 18, yes? So 0.171, and I can buy this kind of fraction of 1 unit, which will grow over time or not, etc., which will behave in the same way as 50,000 of the same units. So tokenization gives me this accessibility. Everyone can step in and have access to products, financial products, professional ones, that before were unavailable for retail customers or for anyone with small amount of cash. Ownership. If I have this deal with a bank and my units are stored in a bank, my shares in Tesla that I will buy on the exchange are stored by a broker, who owns that? Not me. I'm just leasing those things. And they are storing that. They can do anything. If their systems will not gonna work and the Tesla will crash, I can do a shit. That's my problem. I can sue them. Yeah, fight with, Bank of America or someone. Good luck. It's not gonna happen. So ownership is the thing that is solving a lot of problems because I'm owner, and if something is happening, because of the liquidity and accessibility, I can sell it on the market within a second. I can provide some solutions or algorithms or stop losses or anything to exit my positions. With paper-based agreements, etc., it's not possible. So the last thing is trust. In crypto and in financial market, no one trusts anyone. This is the rule in the financial market and in the crypto. In the crypto, because everyone wants to scam you, but in financial is because everyone wants to scam you. So it's the same problem. But if you have liquidity, if you have ownership, there is a trust because you own that unit. You have this on your own. You can do whatever you want. No one will tell you what is possible or not. And challenges. Of course, there are challenges, but lucky us, there are also solutions. So one of the biggest challenges is regulatory challenge. Like we have all heard about MiCA, DORA, those regulations, Biden's regulations, blah, blah, blah. But there are not yet in here. Those are prospects, those are drafts that are gonna be implemented in a year, in 2 years, I don't know when. And that's an issue because we have some clarity on the horizon, but the problem of the horizon is closer you are to the horizon, it's further from you. So we don't know when they're gonna implement. We have some clarity. So that's the challenge. But the solution for that is start build company and business that is gonna be as close to the regulation as possible. So in the moment if they will hit the play button and say everything is implemented, right now you need to be compliant to all the law, then we are ready to go and we can start operating with our product on the market while most of the people is gonna be removed out of the equation. Because in the crypto, everyone is scared about regulations. And most of the people will never gonna be regulated. So if you're gonna be, or someone, they're gonna win the market. Because we can make protests, we can say that regulations are bad, but this is not gonna change anything. This is gonna be like nice thing. Maybe Cointelegraph will write that Paweł is protesting in Poland against regulations, but this will not stop them. So you have to be pragmatic in that sense. So practical applications of RWA in DeFi. So I believe I covered a lot of different cases and examples. But one of the most important elements, in my opinion, is that diversification. Is stopping repeating the same problems that were in the past on traditional markets, to learning from what was happening there. It's stopping to provide and securing assets of the same class with assets of the same class. So that's something that is the most important thing. I would repeat that a couple of times. And case studies. So I will show you a couple of companies that are super interesting things that you would never think that you can tokenize something like that. Dictator. Okay, I will try to. Dictator is an alcohol brand. They produce rum. This is 120-year-old alcohol brand in Colombia. You can buy this in every bar in Warsaw. And they have this investment alcohol, 100-year-old bottles. 40, 50, 100K. So why they are tokenizing this? Who knows how to store 100-year-old bottle properly? I don't. So they are tokenizing this and selling in form of, NFTs to provide certificate of ownership with trusted third party that will ship this to you, and they will store it for you. So once I'm gonna try to sell it in 5 years, this investment alcohol to someone else, I don't need to provide a proof that I was doing this properly because this company is doing this for 120 years. Second problem, they're simplifying the secondary market. Try to sell this alcohol in Dubai. It's haram. It's forbidden. 11 years in prison. But I can sell NFT. Always. In Dubai, you have 2 companies, and those are sheikh companies that have license to trade alcohol. Yeah. But I can't. I can't bring a barrel of alcohol, which is investment alcohol, and to sell it. What? I have friends there. I tried. I tried. So this is why, and this is the interesting part, and they are making 20% a year yield on this investment alcohol. So in liquid asset to liquid. Lofty and Propi, so I will just 2 minutes. Propi is the only one company that I know. This is my friend Diego Maldonado, and they make it in states. Tokenized real estate, 1.5 billion, because law in states allows for such a thing. Of course, our own company, so we are tokenizing hedge funds. Agro token, grains, so they tokenize grains that they are selling worldwide, and you have this APR based on those grains, yeah. Opulus, melt, so yeah. And the future is, in my opinion, in combination of those 2 worlds. I'm finishing, I'm getting there. Don't look at the clock. So the future is very, very bright, in my opinion, because both businesses, traditional finances and DeFi and crypto can benefit from each other. Like, while merging those 2 things, all the problems of the traditional financial market might be solved by the crypto solutions, and crypto might be fixed with RWAs and what traditional financial market is bringing. And almost the last words, if you are thinking about building your own business or company, start now. Because if you have any kind of idea in your head, probably 1,000 other people have exactly the same idea. But it's not all about the idea. It's about execution. So develop, try, fail, and repeat. And this is the recipe for the success. And at the end, I would like to quote my favorite scientist, Nikola Tesla. Let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishment. The present is theirs. The future, for which we have really worked, is ours. Thank you very much. My name is Paweł Łaskarzewski.
Any questions to Paweł? We'll have time for like 1 or 2.
Questions? Bring it on. Adrian.
Yeah, with all the RWA trying to tokenize, right? Like, I think what in the space is looking for right now is like one authority that actually dominating, okay, like one, let's say I have a friend who is actually building a real estate in Thailand, right? And he's trying to tokenize it, but how can we verify, okay, this is your platform is like a trusted authority that tokenize it and not to have them to tokenize elsewhere and duplicate this tokenization. Do you know what my question is?
So what is the question?
So the question is, if I have this phone, I want to tokenize it through your platform. How can you as a platform only verify that, okay, well, Adrian's phone is already tokenized here and Adrian's phone cannot be tokenized elsewhere?
The problem is that this is not a liquid asset, so that's the first problem.
Well, realistic. I mean, this is a throwaway object. Yeah.
The second is not generating an APR. So the main thing for tokenization, I would say, for the future tokenization, have to be 2 things. They have to be liquid. There have to be a market. Because while tokenized things that cannot be liquid. And another is they need to provide APR, because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, that's what I said, real estate, like hotels.
Okay.
Yeah, so how can we make sure that hotels, like let's say Platinum Bay is the hotel name, right? To tokenize on your platform, and then there's like a system to prevent that company to tokenize elsewhere.
So the main problem of tokenization of, in general, real estate was that most of the companies that ever tried to tokenize real estate, and 99% of them were doing this wrong, there was a token, that was promising that there is some value underneath, and there was a company that was owner of real estate. And there was no any legal connection between token and the real value representation. So in general, most of the people that I know that were trying to do tokenization of real estates, they were buying real estates by the money they raised for this token, and they were using this house, flat. Some of those were paying some interest, some were not, but at the end, if something will happen, you don't have right to do anything. So the most important thing, if speaking about tokenization, is to ask the company that is providing tokenized asset, what is the combination and what is the legal binding of the token and the value underneath. That's the most important thing that everyone should ask while speaking with RWAs.
Yeah, you answer it. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, any other question, the final one?
Yes,
If
no,
not,
yes, no, no. There are no.
Thank you very much, Paweł.
Thank you.
It was an awesome presentation.